Miles Breckner. The Lampions are led by head coach Tad Lane and assistant coaches Mark Moran and Alex Gonzalez. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The flag is located above the press box.
Okay, let's check audio. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio check. All right, we have audio ready to go. Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to the Lambkin Sports Network. Today it is opening day at Bob Deal Field on the campus of Fort Collins High School, where the Lambkins are taking on Chapparal. On the mound for the Lambkins right now is Caden Beatty. And we'll see how many innings they give him because it's going to be a first game and they don't want to blow anybody's arm out, I'm sure. But we'll see how efficient Caden is and how well he can do. I'm sure he'll do great. We're confident. And it will be starting out for Chapparal is going to be center fielder number 1, Josh McWilliams. And just like that, we're almost underway here. Beatty's first pitch, inside and high, ball 1. I got a little glare here with the camera, so hopefully that sun will move a little bit. And then we can see a little bit better. And hopefully it doesn't overheat my camera. Second pitch is on the way. It's going to be swung on and fouled away off to the right-hand side. 1-1's account. And here comes the pitch. A little low, ball 2. Try to get him to swing at something he didn't want. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. In there, a little bit high, ball 3. Don't want to lose the first batter, but worse things have happened. So. And here comes the 3-1 pitch right down the middle. And he called that a ball.
Now batting number 3.
I disagree. That couldn't have been a better pitch. I'm not sure where that was. Wow. Okay, dokie. So, runner on first base. I mean, come on, where the heck was that pitch? I hit the glove. Sheesh. The pitch, inside. Ball 1. Whoops. A little jumpy here, trying to move the camera outside here. Right in the sun. Hopefully you can see the runner on first. That's McWilliams. Up bat right now is number 3, Carson Monroe. He's pitching tonight. A little bit low. Ball 2. There we go. I'm talking to myself up here. Trying to get everything set up. Checks the runner at first base. He's not going. All right. Not too many views here that are bad, but 2-0's the count. Here comes a pitch. It's going to be inside. Oh, he calls it on the inside half corner. For a strike. Nice. Good pitch. Good location. 2-1's your count. We're in the top of the first inning. Second batter up. Runner steal on the throw is going to be, he got him. It throws him out. That would be a hose by Mr. Oliver Stanovich. And he's gone. Well, that guy. That's not very smart to run on that dude. Just erased him. Inside pitch is going to be ball 4. Okay.
Now batting number 11, Logan Manuelo.
Logan Manuelo is going to step up to the plate. He is number 11, and he is your designated hitter for the Wolverines today. See if he has a heart. See if he has a gumption to send this guy again on Stanovich. They have a pinch runner out there. Decent lead, not going. First pitch is going to be in the inside half for strike 1. Okay. Beatty comes set. The runner stays inside. Swung. It's going to be fouled off to the right-hand side. So strike 2. 0-2's your count. Top of 1, 1 down. Chapparal first up the bat, even though it's backwards on my scoreboard. Don't worry about that. The pitch on the outside corner is going to be ball 1 and 2's your count. First game jitters here. I had the scoreboard. It's wrong, but in the position, but it'll keep score just the same. Checks the runner at first base. He gets back in time. Beatty has a quick move. Not going to let that guy get comfortable out there. Comes set. Runner stays. Swung on. It's going to be driven to the right field. It's going to be over Miles Brickner's head. Up against the wall. Runner at second base. Third base. Runner is coming home. They're going to have him by a mile. Would have had him. A good throw would have had him, but that's okay. Chapparal is on the board.
Now batting number 9, Tommy Humphrey.
So that'll bring up Tommy Humphrey. He is your right fielder for Chapparal, number 9, playing position number 9. Nice play out there by Brickner. He got it in quick, hit the cutoff man, and throws a little bit high at home. And we were unable to cut down that runner. We would have had him by about 5 feet, but a little bit high, first game. Let's get that out there just a tad bit. There we go. And we're going to visit to the mound. Coach Lane is got something to talk. Maybe he saw something out there that Caden's doing that he didn't like. Let's check the fielding positions for the Lambkins. Catching is number 5, Oliver Stanovich. He's the one who just hosed that guy at second base. First base is number 0, Nico Aragon. Second base is going to be Evan Gashler. Third base is Coy Preby. Playing shortstop is Dylan Rubenstein. Your left fielder is Caden Souders. Playing center field is Griffin Campion. And playing right field, it should be right field. Yeah. Playing right field is number 6, Miles Brickner. And your DH today will be Big Bad Ben Hopper. Coach Lane said we had to say. Now here comes the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be driven. The play made by Aragon. He's going to have to take it himself and gets the out. Or he flipped it.
Now batting number 6, Ryan Dodson.
He flipped it to Beatty. Hard to see over there. I'm looking right into the sun. It's a nice play by Aragon. Gets the second guy out. The guy moves up from second to third with 2 down. That brings up number 6, Ryan Dodson. He's playing shortstop. Inside strike 2. I didn't catch that first pitch. It was a strike, of course. 0-2's the count. 2 down, top of 1. Chapparal has 1 in and a runner on third base, but Beatty's looking to shut the door here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High. Oh, a little bit low. Looked like it was going to be high, and then it dropped. Nice pitch. Throw it on the inside half, but a 2-strike batter. 0-2. That's not a bad deal. Good spot for it. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. It's hit pretty well. Souders is going back, and that might be out of here. And it is. 2-run home run by Ryan Dodson. Put a charge into that one. Got a little bit too much plate, and he made him pay. All right, we're going to shake that one off. And we're back to the 6th hitter of the batter of the inning. Pitch right down the middle, called a ball somehow. Up the bat is the catcher, number 8, Cal Tyner. There's a strike. One and 1, 2 down. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be pulled down the left field line, and it's going to be foul. Long strike. So your count is 1 and 2. They didn't get all excited about that, but that was a foul ball. Sheesh. Take it easy. These guys are ready to root for anything. Of course, we'll do the same, so at least I will. All right. He's back in the box. Tyner digs in. It's a 1 and 2 count. Beatty set in the pitch. Right down the middle. Gets away from the catcher. And nobody on base to worry about, so. Two and two's a count. Pitch swung on. It's going to be hit to shortstop. Rubenstein throws it over. He's going to be safe. Had that in between hops, so it was kind of tough to judge if he should charge it or not. But it's a infield single for Tyner, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 5, Man Kretzer. Tough play out there for Rubenstein. I mean, those high hoppers are tough. Hard to judge how fast it's coming off the bat. But that's all right. Beatty's taking care of business right here. The pitch. That's a strike. Fastball in the inside corner. Catches it. Beatty set. Runner stays. Pitch is going to be right there. Took something off of it. Curveball slider kind of pitch, and that was a strike. 0-2 is the count. And Beatty's looking to make quick work of this guy. Inside and high, going to be ball 1. 1-2 is the count. 2 down, top of 1. Chapparal has 3 runs in on a double and a home run. But the Lampkins will respond here pretty soon. Momentarily, because there's strike 3. Oh, it goes in the dirt. The guy's going to get to second base. He was stealing. And he's going to get there standing up. 2-2 is the count. As the sun goes down underneath a little bit of a cloud, we should be okay here. The pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hit to Preby. He fields it at third base cleanly. Over to first. A little bit high. Aragon with the nice catch. And the tag for out number 3. Great play out there by both Preby. It was a nice play to get it. And Aragon with the athletic catch and the tag out. So we are out of that inning. So after 1/2 inning of play, it is Chapparal 3, Fort Collins 0. And we'll be right back on the Lambkin Sports Network. All right, we're back. Bottom of 1. Lampkins are coming to bat. Their lineup, the first 3 will be Oliver Stanovich is leading off, followed by Caden Souders, and Dylan Rubenstein will be your third hitter.
Leading off for the Lampkins, number 5, Oliver Stanovich.
Stanovich is going to dig in. Icing down that arm he just threw. Guy out at second base by a mile. Didn't even have a chance. Carson Monroe is going to be your pitcher for the Wolverines. And the first pitch of the bottom of 1 is going to be an inside strike. Tough pitch, but he's been calling that consistently the first half of the inning. He's calling that inside strike all day. Second pitch is going to be swung on. It's going to be hitting the gap. It's off the first baseman's mitt and over the second baseman's head, and it's going to be a single for Stanovich. He's looking to go to 2, but nobody's there. So nice start to the game by Stanovich with a.
Now batting number 24, Caden Souders.
I'm calling that a single. It was a hard hit ball. And here comes Caden Souders. He's playing left field. He's wearing number 24. Goes by the nickname of Queso. Unless it's football and you get called Night Train, but you know, personal preference. The pitch is going to be inside for ball 1. We'll see what kind of lead Stanovich gets out there. The 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-0 is your count. Nobody out, man on first base. And Lampkin's looking to respond to the 3 spot that the Wolverines put on us in the first half of the inning. Outside, ball 3. 3-0 is your count. And I'm sure he's not going to swing at this. This should be a take all the way. Souders is ready. Monroe's ready. He's going to check the first base. He's back safely. Stanovich had a decent lead. Maybe he was leaning just a tad, but he got back in time. And we'll do it again. 3-0 pitch. Right down the middle for strike 1. Good pitch. Souders swings. He's going to drive it into the ground. It's going to be fielded by the third baseman. He's going to throw it over to first in time for 1 down. Runner moves up to second base, though.
Now batting number 12, Dylan Rubenstein.
That will bring up the shortstop. Number 12, Dylan Rubenstein. Stanovich got the second base. He was hustling. Plus, the slow roller wasn't going to get a double play. The first pitch is going to be high, but they're going to took something off of there and got a strike. 0-1's your count. Surprised him with the off-speed pitch on the first pitch of the at-bat. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-1's your count. 1 down. 1-1's a count. Inning 1. Bottom of inning 1, of course. The pitch. Swung on. It's going to be driven to the third baseman. He's going to have it bounce off his arm, and it's going to be Rubenstein's going to get on first base.
Now batting number 19, Ben Hopper.
Here comes the man of the myth, the legend, Big Bad, Ben Hopper. Look at this guy. He just takes up space. Ben Hopper, number 19. He's your designated hitter. See if he can put a charge into one. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 1, good eye. Nice walk-up song by Hopper, too. That's a good song. The pitch is going to be swung on and missed. 1-1's the count. Two men on. The pitch. Her ball is going to be a strike. 1-2's the count. I think his walk-up song is from Coulter Wall. I think it's like Standing on the Blacktop or something. It's got a great beginning, though. I like that song. If you haven't heard it, you should put it on YouTube. It's nice. The 1-2 outside. It gets away from the catcher, and the runners are all going to move up by 90 feet. And we're going to have both in scoring position with a 2-2 count. Ducks on the pond for Hopper out there now. Preby's on deck, Coy Preby, third baseman. Here comes your 2-2 pitch. Swung and a miss for strike 3. So that's going to be 2 down for the Lampkins. In steps third baseman, number 11, Coy Preby. See if he can get a base hit, make this an interesting game here. First pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1. He's got the curveball working a little bit here. The pitch outside, it's going to get away. Let's see if Stanovich is going to be able to score the play at the plate. It's going to be no play at the plate, and Lampkins get one back on the pass ball. Nice. And Rubenstein's able to move up 90 feet. He's at third base. Counts 1-1, 2 down, bottom of 1. Man on third base, we could use this guy in. And here comes the pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the right-hand side. Strike number 2, 1-2 is your count. Preby played primarily pitcher last year, I believe, on the varsity. The pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-2 is your count. And he's ready. Rubenstein on third base looking for a wild pitch if he can get one. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Nope. That was a nice pitch. They called it a ball. We'll take it. Full count. I got to admit, that was a decent pitch. Glad he called it a ball. Full count. 2 down. And that pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. After 1 complete, it is Chapparal Wolverines 3, Fort Collins Lambkins 1. And we'll be right back on the Lambkin Sports Network. And we're ready for a top of 2. Stepping up for the Wolverines will be number 20, first baseman, Josh Sutrina. Caden Beatty's out there for inning number 2. Sutrina's looking down. I zoomed in a little bit so you can just see the batter and the pitcher a little bit better, hopefully. The pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hit over to third base. And it's off his glove, and it's going to be a single.
Now batting number 7, Zach Paleo.
That's going to bring up the left fielder, number 7, Zach Paleo. Let me pull this out since we got to run around first base. Still keep it kind of tight so you can see a little bit better because those bars are in the way and we can't do much about that. The pitch. He tries to bunt, tips it, foul ball, Strike one. Looking for the sacrifice bunt, but he got it. He got the bat on it, but not enough of it to make it in the fair territory. 0-1's your count. The pitch, he's going to square again. It's going to be a bunt that's going to go foul again. And 0-2's your count. Preby smartly grabbed the ball before it looked like it was going to start squirting out maybe to the fair territory again, but Preby hit it when it was a foul ball. And that's a smart play. 0-2. Paleo digs in. Beatty's pitch. He's going to swing it, or he's going to try to bunt again. I don't know, with 2 count. Interesting. I don't know if he was faking that or not. You never know. I'm not sure you want to bunt on an 0-2 pitch with the guy who's already fouled off 2 of them, but if they go ahead and do it, fine. If the pitch is going to be high and away, it's going to be 2-2's your count. We're in the top of the second inning. Paleo is the 8th hitter in the lineup. And the pitch inside gets away. Stanovich is going to throw out second base. Safe. It was a little bit of dirt. Stanovich made a strong throw. Made it close, but not close enough, and he got to second base. It was a bang-bang play out there. Nice throw by Stanovich. Full count, nobody out. And here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on. It's going to be down the left field line. It's going to go foul and out of play. So the count will remain full. Once again, the 3-2 pitch. Swing and miss. Strike number 3. Nice pitch. One down, top of 2. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Josh McWilliams. He plays center field. He walked his first time up the bat. And the pitch. Caught the outside corner for strike 1. The sweeping curveball hits the zone. Here comes your 0-1 pitch. Inside. Ball 1. Oh, wait, because you never know when he's going to ring him. Thought about it. Really wanted to ring him, but called it a ball. Here comes your 1-1 pitch. He's going to check the runner at second base first. He steps off, but nobody's at second base. The runner goes back without much of a problem. And Beatty's going to set up again. Comes set. Here comes the pitch. Inside. It's going to be ball 2. 2-1's your count. Nice pitch there. A little bit on the handle, but the umpire's been calling that inside pitch there. It must have just got a little bit too far inside, and it was a ball. 2-1's your count. Beatty set. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2-2's the count. He was well behind that pitch. Must have been expecting some shenanigans like a curveball or a changeup, but gave him the gas. 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 3, full count. Full count on the batter. Carter Adams. He's number 29. He's playing third base. Can he got play on to get him out at second base? He gets back in time. Actually, I'm sorry. Adams was the player before. This is Josh McWilliams. Gotta get my card right here. What's going on? Here comes the pitch. He got him. Oh, they're going to call it a ball. checked his swing
Now
and
batting
checking to
number
see if he
3,
went around all the way, and
Carson
he did, but they didn't get the call. Bad call out there. That guy he wasn't even looking. Clearly broke the plane, but goes down his walk. Man on first and second. One down, top of 2. Stepping in for the Chapparal Wolverines is going to be their pitcher, number 3, Carson Monroe. First pitch of the at bat is going to be a little bit high and in. It's going to be ball 1. He saw him creeping out over the home plate there. He wanted to establish that inside spot and give him a little brush back. Attaboy. Play on at second base. He's going to get back in time. Nobody. Thought he had him leaning a little bit, but wasn't there. Evan Gashler out there playing second base. The pitch, he squares the bunt, doesn't get it down. Strike 1. Counts 1-1. We're in the top 2. Beatty set. Here comes the pitch. Right down the middle with a curveball. Sweet pitch. 1-2 is the count. Caught him off guard with the off-speed pitch. And see if he can put him away here. 1-2 is the count, and here comes the pitch. Oh, it's going to be smacked out the left field right at Souders. Souders makes the catch. And nobody's tagging up.
Now batting number 11, Logan Manuelo.
Monroe hit that pretty well. But Souders covers ground out there. Can't get by the night train. That's going to bring up the DH, Logan Manuelo, I should say. Manuelo. And he's taking a strike. 0-1's your count. 2 down, top of 2. 2 on. Beatty set. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled off to the right-hand side. It's going to be 0-2. All right, we're going to see if you can give him something to dive at here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be high and tight, which is where you want it, but he doesn't have offer at it. For ball 1. Sometimes you can get a guy to swing at that. Beatty's quickly set. Here comes the pitch. Swing and miss for strike number 3. And that's your third out. So after the top of 2 comes to an end. Your score, Chapparal 3, Fort Collins 1. And we will be right back on the Lampkin Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in. All right.
Leading off the lamp.
Welcome back.
Number 10, Caden Beatty.
Bottom of 2. 3-1 to score. Chapparal in the lead, but the Lampkin's coming to bat for the second time. Stepping up for Fort Collins is going to be the pitcher, number 10, Caden Beatty. And your first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Pass along scores here. We were just informed by our crack reporter, Eric Sampson, over here, keeping the scoreboard and doing a great job. Windsor 6. Severance 4 in the 4th inning. The Battle of Weld County over there. 1-1's the count. Pitch is going to be called a strike. 1-2. And here comes the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. The count will remain 1-2. Good swing there by Caden. And here comes the pitch. Swing and tipped, but caught by the catcher, and strike number 3.
Now batting number 0, Nico Aragon.
That's going to bring up sophomore. Number 0 and playing first base is Nico Aragon. The pitch. He's looking to bunt. Nice bunt down the third baseline. It'll stay fair. And he bunts for a base hit. Nice job.
Now batting number 22, Evan Gashler.
Third baseman's playing back. Aragon said, I'm just going to deke this down the line. Nice bunt. Infield single. We'll take it however we can get it. Nice job. That's going to bring up number 22, playing second base, is Evan Gashler. Gashler swings at the first pitch. It's a strike. Fouled away. 0-1's your count. Let's see, we'll pull this back a little bit. We'll see what kind of lead Aragon gets out there. There we go. The pitch is going to be outside. Gets away. Aragon's going to stand up at second base easily. And a wild pitch makes it 1-1. Lampkins don't need to score a bulk of runs here if they don't have the opportunity, but 1 run in innings is not bad. We're looking for our first one here. The pitch. Outside. 2-1's your count. Pretty nice pitch, but not called. And that's all right. They can boo-hoo about it all they want. Pitcher set. The 2-1 pitch. Inside for ball 3. Almost hit him. Gashler's like, come on, bro. You want to give me that? I was reading his mind. That's how I knew what he said. Your count is 3-1. There comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Full count. Runner on second base, 1 down. And we're in the bottom of 2. Here comes the pitch. Called to strike 3 on the outside corner. That was not a strike 2 pitches ago, but it was a strike that time. And
Griffin Campion.
leads out number 2. So 2 down, and steps to the 9-hole hitter, number 4, Griffin Campion. He's playing center field today. And the first pitch on the inside half for strike 1. Campion's a multi-sport athlete playing football, basketball, and baseball. Varsity level on all 3. Pitch is going to be driven down to second base. It takes a big hop. Thrown over to first base in time. Throw out number 3. So at the end of 2 innings, it's going to be Chapparal 3, Fort Collins 1. And we will be right back on the Lambkin Sports Network.
Gentlemen, a reminder, the Snack Shack is
As we head into the top of the 3rd inning, first up for the Wolverines will be number 9, Tommy Humphrey, who's playing right field. He hit it to Aragon at first base and who flipped it to Beatty for an out. He's 0 for 1. The first pitch is going to be inside, ball 1. Tried to start him out with a curve, didn't work. Good try, though. Worth an effort. Here comes the pitch. Inside, he's going to be ball 2. 2-0 is your count. Beatty's on the mound for the 3rd inning. And the pitch. Nice pitch. Not called. 3-0 is the count. See if he can work his way back into this. 3-0 pitch. Strike 1 right down the middle. There we go. This is the 3rd inning for Beatty. I'm guessing this is going to be one of his last. He's thrown some pitches. It's the first game of the year. I'm guessing he's not going to go much longer than this. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled away to the right-hand side. And that'll fill up the count. Good job working his way back into the count here. Started 3-0. Now it's 3-2 with a chance to put him away. Here comes your payoff pitch. Swung on. Nope. Checked his swing. Didn't go far enough, and he lost him on a walk.
now batting number 6, Ryan Dodson.
That's going to bring up shortstop number 6, Ryan Dodson. Dodson hammered one out the left field last time for a home run. Beatty comes set. Pitch is on the way. It's going to be lined up the middle for a base hit. Off his glove. He's going to go to third base. The play is not quite there. And Dotson continues to hit the ball well. Runner on first goes all the way over to third base with nobody out. Cal Tyner, your catcher, is going to step in. He had a single last time up the bat, 1-1 on the day. Waiting for his signal, see if they have anything going here with the first and third. Runners on first and third. Beatty comes set. Runner goes. Fake going. He had a jump out there, but he didn't go. Let's see if we can get that over there. We'll pull this back just a little bit more so we can see everybody. There we go. Okay. So the runner had a jump like he was going to go, but then he pulled off. He's going to square to bunt. high. We called it a strike. There we go. 1-1's the count. Looked like it was high because he bent down. Fooled me. It doesn't happen very often, but it happens once in a while. 1-1's the count. Nobody out. Top of 2. Runners on first and third. Beatty checks the runner. He gets back in time. And let's see if they're going to do anything. They do it on this pitch. The pitch, runner goes, swung on, miss. Stanovich is going to throw him out at second base. He got him. Shouldn't run on this guy. Got a cannon back there. Oliver Stanovich. Guns down the runner. For out number 2, or out that first out of the inning. Count is 1-2. He swung at that pitch and didn't hit. And the pitch, curveball is going to stay a little bit high. Ball 2, 2-2 is your count. So that changes the inning a little bit there with the throwing him out at second base. That's the second time they tried to steal on Stanovich, and the second time he's throwing him out. Feeling good back there. Pitch swung on straight back, and the count will remain 2-2. Beatty set. The pitch. Swing and a miss for strike number 3.
Number 5.
And that's 2 down. Beatty pitching out of a jam here. Nice work. And that brings up number 5, the second baseman, Madden Ketzer. First pitch is going to be right down the middle for strike 1. Nice pitch, my friend. Comes set, working fast. The pitch. Gets away from the catcher, and he's going to have he'll score standing up. So Chapparal tacks on another run, so they're up 4-1. Top of 3, but there's 2 down, and Beatty's just going to focus on this guy and be done with him. Pitch is going to be swung on right at Corey Freeby for out number 3. Hit it pretty well. Freeby took a couple steps to his left, hauls it in for out number 2. I'm sorry, out number 3. Holy cow. That ends the inning. We need to take a break here. Holy smokes. This guy. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are in the bottom of the third inning, I'm sorry. Bottom of 3, scorer right now is going to be
Oliver Stanovich.
Chapparal 4 Collins 1. And stepping up is going to be the leadoff hitter, number 5, Oliver Stanovich. He had a single his first time up to bat. He's ready for at bat number 2. The pitcher set, comes with a curveball. It's going to be outside for ball 1. Monroe stays in as the pitcher for the Wolverines. This is his third inning as well. Started the game. Makes sense. 3 innings, 3 pitchers. That's going to be a tap foul for strike number 1. Third inning, one pitcher. I'm getting way ahead of myself. I'm trying to be in mid-season form already, and it's not there. I'm going to have to pace myself here. The 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Took a little something off there. Stanovich wasn't fooled. Comes set. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hit up the middle. Second baseman gets it on the other side of second base and is able to throw him out in time for out number 1.
Now batting number 24. Souders.
That brings up Caden Souders. Queso is not just a cheese you put on Mexican food. It's also a nickname. The pitch, outside for ball 1. I'm here just with all kinds of knowledge, so if you ever wanted to know the origination of nicknames, he's not named after cheese. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, followed straight back for strike number 1. I don't know what you consider queso a cheese or a sauce. Call it what? I call it a sauce. Eric Sampson's not a big fan. The pitch outside for ball 2. I'm not sure. Is it a sauce? Is it cheese? It doesn't really matter. Souders, though, for 1, he grounded out to third base last time at bat. The pitch is going to be in there for a strike. 2-2 is your count. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Here comes the 2-2. Low for ball 3. It's going to fill up the count. Monroe's throwing a few pitches here today, too. This may be his last go round on the mound today. We'll see what happens with him. It's a payoff pitch. Swung on, hit the third base. It's going to be fielded cleanly. It's going to be a foul ball. Foul ball. Sutters will get another crack at it here. It's kind of close, but he was a step outside the line, so Sutters gets another shot here. One down. The 3-2 pitch. Low for ball 4. We have a runner on. Caden Souders draws the walk.
Now batting number 12, Dylan Rubenstein.
Here comes the big bat of Dylan Rubenstein. He hit out the shortstop last time, but it was our third base, actually, and I probably would call that an error, so we'll say he was 0 for 1, but you never know how the book is going to keep that. I'm not the official book. The pitch gets away, but not far enough. Souders is going to stay at first. Ball 1. Souders has a lead. They try to throw over there. He's back in time. We'll tip that over just a little bit. See if you can see that a little better. Don't worry about the thing at the bottom that says P1. That's for the pitch count, but they never carry over, so I'm not going to do that. Ball on the outside corner. He gets a gift for a strike. Strike 1, 1-1's your count. There's at least a foot outside. The 1-1 pitch. Inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Pitch is going to be low for ball 3, 3-1 to Rubenstein. Rubenstein's a great player. In his junior year, this is his third year of varsity. He's been solid all 3 years so far. Souders gets a decent lead at first base. Here comes the pitch. Ball 4. This guy doesn't make a very definitive call there. And here comes Ben Hopper. Hopper struck out his first at bat, 0 for 1. The pitch. Took something off it in there for a strike. 1-1 your count. Hopper will be playing offensive line for the Colorado Mesa Mavericks next fall. We're looking forward to seeing him play. The pitch. Inside for a ball. 1-1 your count. Monroe comes set. The pitch. Gets away from the catcher. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet, so we have runners at third and second. Ball 2. 2-1 your count. Hopper digs in. He looks fit this year. I don't think you want to meet him in a dark alley. Swung on and fouled away. Strike 2. 2-2's a count. Hopper looks like he can eat a Big Mac and just crush you. I'm telling you what. See if he can put a charge in one here. Run is a second and third. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be foul ball. And the count remains 2-2. Look at this guy. Hopper was tearing down first base, too. He looks like he can run like a 4.240. He's a legend here. Looking to make his legend grow here. 2-2's a pitch. Swung on. It's going to be just a bit foul. And it'll remain 2-2. The pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hit out the center field. Going back. It misses it. He's going to be, one run's going to be in. We should have another one. No, he's going to stay. Hopper's in at second base for a double. Look at the speed of that guy. Got on his horse, drives in a run. Woo! I'm telling you, Hopper crushed that ball. It's dead center field. One hops the wall. Gets in with a double. Rubenstein had to stay at third base because he wasn't sure if that guy was going to make the catch out there or not. And Hopper was hustling. The pitch is going to be on the outside corner. It's going to be ball 1. Corey Freeby is going to be your batter. He's 0 for 1 today. The 1-0 is going to be fouled away. It's going to even up the count at 1. So the Lambkins have another run in. 4-2 is your score here. With runners at first and second, just 1 out. The pitch. Outside, ball 2. And the pitcher set. And here comes the 2-1. On the outside corner for strike 2. That was a gift. You never know with this guy. He's calling that sometimes, and sometimes he's not. It's a little bit inconsistent, but it's the first game, so we're okay with that. For now. The 2-2 is going to be swung on. It's going to be out to the shortstop. We're going to have a run score. And they're going to throw Hopper out. It gets away from the third baseman. Everybody's safe. And Freebie's going to go up to second base. So it went out to shortstop.
Now batting number 10, Caden Beatty.
Kind of a slow roller. Shortstop elected to go to third base instead of trying over first base, and the third baseman saw Hopper coming at him 100 miles an hour and got a little scared and missed the ball. Don't blame the guy. You don't want to get hit by that bull rush. He would have knocked him in the next week if he would have had the chance. And the Lampkin scored another run. 4-3 is your score. Freebie hustles up, gets to second base. We still have one out. Runners on second and third. Stepping up is your pitcher, Caden Beatty. First pitch is going to be fouled off to the left-hand side for strike one. Beatty looking for a timely hit to help his pitching stats. Straight back. Right in our kitchen here if we didn't have that fence there. I got Hanzo. I'd have snagged that one. Allegedly. 0-2's the count. Here comes the pitch. Outside, well outside. He gets away. Hopper's going to stay at third base. And it's going to be ball one. Bottom of 3. 2 runners are in. There's still one down. Runners at second and third. Beatty's looking to help his effort on the mound with a timely hit here. Inside, check swings. It's going to be strike 3. Tied him up a little bit for out number 2.
Now batting number 0, Nico Aragon.
And that's going to bring up the sophomore. First baseman, number 0, Nico Aragon. Aragon had a hit last time up the bat. He bunted down the third baseline, caught him off guard. First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. The pitch. Inside and low, ball 2. Get some moans and groans from the Chapparal contingency of fans over there. Feel for you, really. We don't. The pitch. Low for ball 3. 3-0. And Monroe's going to take a step back and take a breath here. 3-0's the count. 2 down. Here's in the pitch. Gets the outside corner for strike 1. Taken all the way was Aragon. Aragon, familiar last name, his brothers. The pitch swung on. It's going to be hit out to second base. We'll come back to that. High bounce, throws over in time for out number 3. So after 3 complete. Chapparal 4. 4 Collins 3. We'll be right back on the Lampkin Sports Network. And we're back.
Leading off for the Wolverines, number 20, Josh Sutrina.
Top of 4. Stepping up for the Wolverines is going to be number 20, first baseman Josh Sutrina. He is 1 for 2. And we have a new pitcher out there. The pitcher is going to be number 6, Miles Brickner. His first pitch is going to be swung on and fouled away to the right-hand side for strike 1. Brickner was playing right field, and he steps up to the mound. I can't tell who's out there. I'll have to get my sunglasses, or my, it might be Hopper out there. Outside, ball 1, 1-1 your count. Got to get my binoculars here. And I still can't tell. Here comes the pitch. Outside. Well, he gets a call. Strike 1. Strike 2, actually. The 1-2 pitch. Inside. Strike 3. Ring him up and set him down.
Now batting number 7, Zach Vallejo.
Nice pitch by Brickner. And there's one down. He comes out firing. Fooled him with the off-speed pitch. First pitch is going to be lined into the gap. It's going to be extra bases for number 7, Zach Vallejo. Vallejo's going to be in there for a double. And that'll bring up
Now batting number 1, Josh McWilliams.
Josh McWilliams. McWilliams is 0 for 0. He's got 2 walks. Pitch gets away from him. Going to get to third base. Moves up 90 feet. 1-0 is your count. The pitch. Curveball's going to be hit right to Brickner. He's going to look at the guy at third base. Throws it over to third base. Got him. He got him. All right. Yes, he did. Nice play by Miles Brickner. Great fielding the ball. In position. Caught the runner trying to get down third base and hoses him over at third base for out number 1, or out number 2. Nice play. The athleticism. Brickner comes in making some noise here. First pitch is going to be a slow changeup maybe for ball 1. So we'll race that runner at third base. And on a fielder's choice, we have a runner on first for McWilliams, and that's going to be strike 1. They aren't ready for the off-speed variety of pitches Brickner has here. Keeping them off balance. The pitch outside gets away from the catcher. It's going to move the runner up 90 feet. And I'll bring the count to 2-1. Two and one, man on second base, top of 4. 2 outs. And Lampkin's looking to get out of here. Here comes the pitch. Curveball is going to be in there for a strike. Nice pitch, keeping them off balance. They're on their front foot, and they're not ready to pull the trigger on that hit, on that swing. So, good pitch by Miles. And the pitch outside. It's going to load up the count. Full count. 2 down. The payoff pitch. In the dirt, it's going to get away from him. Runner's going to run over to third base. He's going to try to throw it. It gets away from Preby, and it's going to bring in a run. Tough throw to handle, trying to get the runner going to third base. And Chapparal will add a runner or a run, and the runner will get out to second base.
Hey, clean it up. Let's go.
That's going to bring up Number 11, the DH, Logan Manuelo, by the looks of things, is 0 for 2. His first pitch, swung on. It's going to be hit to the right fielder. And off his glove, it's going to get away. And that'll bring in a run. Second base going for a triple. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be late. And Manuelo's going to have a 3-bagger.
Batting number 9, Tommy Humphrey.
Drives in a run. So that brings up the right fielder, Tommy Humphrey. He's 0 for 2. Or no, 0 for 1. He had walked on his last at bat. First pitch is going to be a strike on the outside corner. So a couple runs in for the Wolverines in the top 4. The pitch. Outside and low. It's going to be, the runner's coming. See if you can get him. He's safe. He got underneath it. Darn it. Oh, well. Another run in for Chapparal. Cleans the bases up. Tough break for the Lambkins. Stanvich is going to come out and talk to Breaker, make sure they're on the same page. Tough inning here. He was going along in pretty good pace, 2 outs, but Wolverines are able to get 3 across with 2 outs. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Right down the middle. First strike 2. And the pitch. Outside 2-2. Humphrey's a cleanup batter in the lineup. Nothing to clean up. Nobody on. The 2-2. 55-footer. And that'll fill up the count. Full count. The payoff pitch. Ring him up and send him down. Strike 3. Nice pitch on the outside corner by Brickner. Gets out of the inning. So after 4.5 or 3.5, I don't know. After the top of 4, I think it's officially 3.5 innings, but stick with me on this one. After the top of 4, we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. How about I just say that? Jeez, this guy. It's going to be Chapparal 7, Fort Collins 3, and we'll be right back on the Lambkin Sports Network. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, stepping up for the Lambkins is going to be the second baseman, number 22, Evan Gashler. And Carson Monroe stays on the mound for another inning. I thought maybe this would be his last inning, if that makes any sense. But they're going to give him another round here. Another shot, another inning. See if the Lambkins can get to him here. Gashler takes the first pitch, hits it right at the third baseman. Over to first base, in the dirt, gets away from him, and Evan is safe at first.
Now hitting number 4, Griffin Campion.
Now I'll bring up Griffin Campion. He has a man on first base. Campion grounded out the third baseman at his last at bat. Throws over. He's getting there easily. Nothing to see here. Trying to pick him off, and he didn't have a big lead. Campion digs in. And the pitch. Inside for ball 1. Gasher's out there, has a medium lead. He stays put. It's going to be a strike. Looked a little bit low, but he got the call. 1-1's your count. And here comes the pitch. Swung on up the middle. It's going to be fielded by the second baseman. Flips over to the shortstop for 1. And to first for the double play.
Number 5, Oliver Stanovich.
So that changes the complexion of the inning fairly quickly. And that'll bring up the catcher, Oliver Stanovich. Stanovich is 1 for 2 on the night. And the pitch. Inside. Ball 1. The pitch swung on. It's going to be hit right up the middle. Takes a bounce. And gets through for a single. Stanovich is on again. Second hit of the day.
Batting number 24, Caden Souders.
And that's going to bring up Mr. Caden Souders. He is 0 for 1. He had walked his last at bat. And the pitch. Swung on, hit down the third base. Gets right through him, and it's going to be an error. Put the bat on the ball and get things happen.
Now batting number 12, Dylan Rubenstein.
That's going to bring up Rubenstein. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk his last at bat as well. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. And it's go time for the Lampkins. And we may have a pitching change here. That should be all for Monroe. This is his 4th inning and kind of laboring out there. Let's see what they have in store here. And we have a pitcher change. It's going to be number 2. And I don't have his name yet. We'll get it. So Monroe's done after 3 2/3 innings. Number 2. Let me look him up. Left-handed pitcher.
Now pitching for the Wolverines, number 2, Beckett Bacon.
Something Bacon. Let me see. And that would be Beckett Bacon. He's a junior, left-handed pitcher. Occasionally plays first base and outfield. And he is going to try his wares as a pitcher here. Here we go. We're ready and we're set. Runners on first and second. 2 down, bottom of 4. Dylan Rubenstein stepped up the bat. Rubenstein is 0 for 1 with a walk, and he get over to third base his first time up, and there was an error on the play, and he was able to get on base, but doesn't count as a hit. But you got to like base runners whenever you can get them. So we'll see what Beckett Bacon has for pitches. He comes set. The first pitch is going to be low. First strike, allegedly. Working kind of fast. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball one. 1-1's your count. Decent pitch, actually, but not good enough. And it's called a ball. The pitch. Inside, strike one, or strike two, I'm sorry. Crossed him up a little bit. Came with a low and inside pitch. Got the call. 1-2's your count. 2 down, bottom of 4. Pitcher set. And offers. Swung on. Rubenstein hits it between the gap. Third baseman dives, kicks it away. And the Lampkins are going to get on the board again. They're going to hold up everybody at first and third. Souders thought about coming home, but Stanovich gets in there and the Lampkins have a run. Say, get the bat on the ball and good things happen.
19, Ben Hopper.
And that's going to bring up B-Hop. Hopper hit it out dead center last time for a double. See if the Lampkins do anything with the one runner on first and third. Nobody's stolen for the Lampkins yet. First pitch is going to be high for ball one. Runner at first and third, 2 down. Hopper's up the bat. Out the outside corner. 1-1's your count. So we got Souders at third. We have Rubenstein at first. And it's swinging. It's fouled away for strike 2. 1-2's the count. Pitcher comes set. Delivers. Swings, straight back. Foul tipped it. Got enough of it that the catcher couldn't get a glove on it, and he stays alive. Count remains 1-2 with 2 down. We're in the bottom of 4. Lampkins have 1 run across. The 1-2. Gets away from him. Here comes Souders. He's going to score standing up. And another run for the Lampkins. And Rubenstein's going to move up 90 feet. He'll be at second base. Two and two's the count. There are 2 down. We're in the bottom of 4. I might have said that before. Just keeping you up to date here. I like repeating myself. Keeps me alive here. The pitch. Swung and fouled away. It's going to be. It'll remain 2-2. Corey Freeby is on deck. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3. At the end of 4 innings, Lampkins get a couple runs there. Tighten the ball game up a little bit. At the end of 4, it's going to be Chapparal 7, Fort Collins 5. And we'll be right back on the Lampkin Sports Network.
You can say what
As we head into the top of the fifth, digging in for the Wolverines is going to be the shortstop, number 6, Ryan Dodson. First pitch is going to be strike on the outside corner. Brickner remains on the bump. Dodson's hit a home run and a single. 0-1 pitch is going to be just a bit outside for ball 1. Eric Sampson with the update. It's the 6th inning over in Windsor or Severance. Ball game's tied at 7. Low, ball 2. 2-1's your count. Sampson has connections. The pitch. Right there for strike 2. Fooled you. That's an old reference. That's a Spaceballs reference. If you youngins haven't seen Spaceballs, it's worth the hour and a half of your time. Swung on. It's going to be hit right at the middle, and it'll be through for a base hit. And Dotson remains hot at the plate.
Now batting number 8, Cal Tyner.
And he'll get on. That's going to bring up the catcher, Cal Tyner. Unofficially, Tyner is 1 for 2. He struck out his last at bat. The pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Nice pitch, good location. Miles is getting it done out there. Dotson has a decent lead. Checks his throw over there. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1's your count.
good block, Ollie.
Brickner comes set. Outside pitch is going to be ball 2. I'm not sure if these guys are going to try Stanovich one more time to see if they can throw him out because he's hosed him twice. They've tried him twice. He's got him out both times. The pitch, curveball, fouled away to the right-hand side, and they'll even up the count at 2. 2-2, nobody out. Runner on first base. We're in the top of 5. Brickner comes set. The pitch. Should have rung him, but they didn't. Hit his glove. Been calling that a strike all day, but doesn't give us that one. And it'll fill up the count. Nobody out, full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. Runner goes. Ball high, he's going to walk. So Tyner picks up a walk. And I'll put runners on first and second base with nobody out. And in steps the second baseman, number 5, Madden Ketzer. And Coach Lane's going to come out and have a word with the pitcher, Miles Brickner, and a few of the infielders. And we will have a moment. Ketzer is going to step up. He's going to be 0 for 2. He grounded out to third base. Then he lined out to Parebe out there. And he's going to have his third at bat. Let's see what is going to happen. It looks like we're going to have a pitcher change. And we'll see who they change to here.
Now pitching for the Lambkins, number 3, Adrian Huerta.
Adrian Huerta is going to come in to relieve Brickner. So quick pitch and change here in the top of 5. I was going to take a break, but we just got to listen to this music. Hopefully you can hear the song, The Low Rider. I can sing it for you if you want, but you don't want that. Samson might sing a bar for you. Samson, you want to sing a little bit? He didn't respond. He must not be interested. Worth a shot. You never know. He could have a voice of an angel. All right. New pitcher is Adrian Huerta, wearing number 3. He inherits 2 base runners from Brickner. Runners on first and second. Nobody's out. And Ketzer's up the bat. Here comes the pitch. First pitch is going to be high for ball 1. Huerta comes set. Checks the runner at second base. And the pitch. Hit high in the air. It's right at Campion. He's canned a corner out there. Hauls it in. Runner's tagging up, and he fakes the tag. Nice play out there. They didn't want anything to do with Campion's arm. That would have been a mistake trying to run on him. And there's out number 1. That's going to bring up first baseman, number 20, Josh Citrina. I have him as 1 for 3 so far. He struck out his last at bat. Huerta comes set. And the pitch. I hit him. Hit him is going to load the bases up.
Number 7, Zach Paleo.
So that'll load up the bases for Zach Paleo, who hit a double his last at bat. He's 1 out of 2 today. Huerta comes set. And the pitch. Outside. Oh, nice play by Stanovich. Almost got away from him, but he's able to get a glove on it. Ball 1. Paleo was 1 for 2. If I didn't say that, I meant to. And ball 2. 2-0 is your count. I ain't sure missing. He struck out last time. He's got it in him. We could use another strikeout right here. I mean, if he's got it in him, might as well exploit it. The 2-0. In there for a strike. He was probably taken. He didn't look like he even was interested in that pitch at all. New pitcher, struggling out there to find the strike zone on a 2-0 count. Wouldn't be a bad idea to take it, but he does, and it's a strike, and it's going to be fouled away to the left-hand side, and out of play, it's going to be 2-2 to count. Bases are loaded. Top 5. Just 1 down. The pitch. Get him that one. Bring him up and set him down. Strike 3.
Now batting number 1, Josh McWilliams.
So strikeout is out number 2. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Josh McWilliams. 0 for 1. Walked a couple times and at a fielder's choice. First pitch is going to be hit up the middle. And it's going to get through. We have 1 run. It's going to be in. Here comes the second run to the plate. Going to get him at third base. So tough throw at third in the dirt. There he's going to be safe. So McWilliams singles up the middle.
Now batting number 3, Carson Monroe.
2 runs come across. And that's going to make it 9-5. Runners remain at first and third. And Huerta comes set. Nice pitch for strike 1. Carson Monroe's your batter. Walked a couple times. Flew out to left field. The pitch. Runner's going. Stanovich throws it down there. They were going to see if the runner from third was going to try to break. He does not, so stolen base. But it was called a strike, so your count is 0-2. 0-2 with 2 down. Where to come set? Swung on, fouled away. It looks like it's going to drift to the right-hand side, and it may stay in bounds. Can't see. It either went out of play or wasn't able to make the play. The dugout's right there. We wouldn't be able to see it. Either way, it's going to go as a foul ball. And the count remains 0-2. And here comes your 0-2 pitch. Outside gets away. Runner's going to come in. Let's see if they can get him in there. And he's in there sliding. And they'll pick up another run. Chapparal scores on the wild pitch. And they extend their lead 10-5. See if the Lampkins can get out of here right now. 1-2 is the count with 2 down. Where to come set? The pitch. Hit straight away. Drifting back and over on the ball is going to be Griffin Campion, and then he puts it away for out number 3. So as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, Chapparal 10, Fort Collins 5, and we'll be right back. And we're back.
Leading off for the Lampkins, number 11,
Bottom of 5.
Freebie.
Lampkins coming to bat. First batter is going to be your third baseman, number 11, Corey Freebie, who is over 2 on the day. Beckett Bacon stays on the mound for the Wolverines. This will be his second inning of work. Climbs the hill. Set. Here comes the pitch. High, gets by him, but nobody's on the base, so it doesn't matter. 1-0 is the count. Caden Beatty's on deck, followed by Nico Aragon. 1-0 outside. He gives it to him. It was a foot outside, but they called it a strike somehow. Yeah, he's been calling it all day, but same pitch is going to be way out there. He's able to get the bat on it, though. Fouled away. 1-2 is the count. And the pitch. Hit the third base. Fielded, thrown over to first, and he's going to be in time for out number 1.
Now batting number 10, Caden Beatty.
Freebie grounds out for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning. And in steps Caden Beatty. Beatty's 0 for 2 on the day. He's ready to redeem himself. The pitch. Outside, ball one. The 1-0. Outside, ball two. Smart strategy. This guy's been calling the outside pitch all day for a strike. That was too far outside. And the 2-0 pitch. He gives him that outside strike. 1-2's the count. 2-1's the count, I'm sorry. It looks way outside to me, but you know. He throws it again and gets another strike. It looks like it's a foot outside. But he's calling it, so you have to step up there with a fishing net or something to get that outside pitch that far out. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike three.
Now batting number 0, Nico Aragon.
Beatty goes down on strikes, and that's going to bring up number 0, the first baseman, Nico Aragon. He's 1 for 2 today. First pitch, he's looking the bunt. It's going to be a called strike. Aragon singled his first at bat with a bunt down the third baseline. He looked like he was going to do that again. The pitch is going to be strike 2. A little bit of a slider curveball kind of thing. And quickly it's 0-2. This guy's working fast. Bacon is set and ready, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be high and away for ball one. Sun peeking out under the cloud from underneath the clouds. It's a beautiful night here in Fort Collins. Pitch swung on and a miss for strike 3. At the end of 5 complete. Your score: Chapparal 10, Fort Collins 5. And we'll be right back on the Lambkin Sports Network. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Be right back. And we're back. Top of 6.
Leading off for the Wolverines, number 11, Logan Manuel.
Logan Manuel is going to step in. He's your DH tonight, and he is 1 for 3, I believe. Unofficially, of course. Hit a triple out to center field last time. And Adrian Huerta stays in for the Lampkins, his second inning of work. First pitch is going to be on the outside half and low for ball one. He's been calling that outside pitch, but that was just a bit low for that one. Huerta set the pitch. Got it right there. 1-1's the count. They're going to call it for us. We're going to call it on us. They're going to call it on them. He's consistently calling that pitch a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Driven into the ground. It's going to be fielded by Preby. He's going to come up firing. And he gets away from him at first base. He's safe. He's going to stay right there. He's not going to try to move up. So that'll go down as a throwing error. Man on first base. And Tommy Humphrey is going to step into the batter's box for the Wolverines. Officially, Humphrey is 0 for 2. Grounded out to first base and struck out and has a walk on his to his credit. The pitch is going to be right down the middle. It's going to be stung out in the center field. Campion's going back, and it's off the fence. The play is going to come home, but he said we're not going to have a play at the plate. Double to straightaway center field brings in another run. He hammered that ball.
Now batting number 6, Cal Tyner.
So Humphrey with a double, and it's going to bring up the dangerous Ryan Dotson. Dotson's 3 for 3 today with a home run and a couple singles. First pitch is going to be in the dirt and outside for ball 1. Nobody out. Run in. Huerta comes set. Giving the runner a long look at second base and comes home. The runner's stealing. Over to third base is not going to be not in time. And it gets by Preby. And Humphrey's going to score. Well, that's going to run the score 12-5 here in the top of 6. Two and O's the count. The pitch. Got to give him that one. That was a perfect pitch. Strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Right there again for strike 2. Where to set? The 0-2 pitch. Swung, hit straight back. And the count will remain 0-2. The pitch. Fouled away. The count remains 2-2. The 2-2. A little bit high, a little bit inside. So I'll fill up the count. Full count, nobody out, top of 6. 2 runs are in. Full count pitch is driven to third base and gets away from Preby. Makes a good dive at it, but unable to get a glove on it. And Dotson remains hot with a double. He's 4 for 4. He's a triple away from the cycle. This guy came out playing hard today. And Coach Lane's going to come out. And let's see what he does. If he's going to give Huerta another shot. Or if he's going to give him the hook. And here comes the hook. See who he brings in. Change of pitcher.
Now pitching for the Lambkins, number 8, Kincaid Crow.
Kincaid Crow is your pitcher. Yeah. Score update for you. Windsor scores 7 runs and ends up winning 13-8 over Severance in a battle of Weld County. And we're almost ready for action here. Crows digs in. First batter he'll face is Cal Tyner, who is 2 for 3 on the day. Here comes a pitch. It's going to be right there, but call the ball. Somehow. Decent pitch. Just making sure we're working here. High for ball 2. Crow comes set. Goes to second base. And he gets back in time. Oh, and our 2-0 is your count to Tyner. He's the catcher. The pitch swung on, hits straight to center field, and it bounces in front of Campion for a single. Runner moves up 90 feet.
Now batting number 5, Madden Kretzer.
And the Wolverines are threatening again here in the 6th inning, I'm sorry. Runners on first and third base with nobody out. Stepping in for Chapparal is going to be number 5, the second baseman, Madden Ketzer. Ketzer's 0 for 3. First pitch is going to be fouled straight back for a strike 1. Unofficially 0 for 3, but we'll take it. He called a balk. There's going to be a run. And the runner at first is going to move up to second. The third base runner is going to come in for a run, and it's 13-5. I didn't see it. I was trying to do stats, but what do you do? So a run across, and here comes the pitch. 0-1 is going to be swung on, and it's going to be hit. It's going to drift foul, and I don't know if it's caught over there, I believe.
Now batting number 20,
For round number 1.
Trina.
Hard to see over there. The dugout's right in our way, so we can't tell. He caught it, I believe. Yeah, he caught it for out number 1. I thought. Well, let's see. And here comes the pitch. Curveball is going to be in there for a strike. Stepping up for the Wolverines is going to be first baseman number 20, Josh Sutrina. He's going to look at a ball. It's going to be 2-1. 1-1's the count. Sorry. Yeah, 1-1. Sutrina is 0 for 2. Got hit by a pitch last time at bat. And Crow comes set. Here comes a pitch. Inside for ball 2. 2-1's your count. On the mound is sophomore Kincaid Crow. Looking to shut the door here. The pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hitting the gap between third and the shortstop. Souders cleanly picks it up. He's going to get it back in. Runner's going to move up 90 feet to third base. And Sutrina's going to have his first hit of the day.
Now batting number 1, Josh McWilliams. Excuse me.
At bat number 7, Zach Paleo. Paleo's 1 for 3. He takes an outside pitch for ball 1. Runners on first and third. The pitch is going to be hit straight up in the air. And Rubenstein is going to give way to Souders, who catches the ball. He's going to throw home the tag up. Throws offline. It's going to score a run.
Now batting number 1, Josh McWilliams.
So fly out is going to be out number 2. But Chapparal pushes a run across for their second out of the inning. The runner at first moved up to second base, so they'll have a runner at second. For number 1, Josh McWilliams, he's going to hit over to third base. Aragon's going to flip it over to Kincaid. And that'll be out number 3. As we head to the bottom of the 6th inning, the Lampkins are having a rough home opener. Your score: Chapparal 5, Chapparal 14. Fort Collins 5. We'll be right back on the Lampkin Sports Network.
Now pitching for the Wolverines.
Stepping up for the Lampkins is going to be number 22, second baseman Evan Gashler. First swing is going to be hit into the gap, but the center fielder was shaded to the right-hand side, makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting number 4, Griffin Campion.
And that'll bring up Griffin Campion. New pitcher out there for Chapparal is the senior, Austin Reese. First pitch to Gashler was hit out to center field for an out. Second pitch is a strike. 0-1's the count. Comes the pitch. Low for ball 1, 1-1. Let's get the camera fixed there. There we go. Campion is over 2 as far as I can tell, unofficially. Pitch is outside and away. Gets away from the catcher. No big deal. Nobody on the base, so that's going to be ball 1. Or ball 2, I'm sorry. 2-1's your count. And here it comes. Low ball 3. Never know what that guy's going to call up there. I have to give you the pause here. I thought it was a ball, but he calls that strike sometimes. The 3-1. Hits the outside corner for strike 2. It's going to fill its count. And the payoff pitch. Swung on, tipped, and he'll stay alive. Good swing by Campion. And a full count pitch one more time. Outside for ball 4. Lampkins have a runner. And that will bring up top of the order.
Now batting number 5, Oliver Stanovich.
That'll bring up Stanovich. He is, according to my stats, 2 for 3. Swinging a good bat. Campion has some speed. We'll see if they send him. I don't know if you want to send him in a 9-run game, but stranger things have happened. The first pitch of the at-bat is going to be curveball for a strike. 0-1's your count. Stanovich is your catcher. You don't see catchers leading off very often, but he's a speedster, so give him a chance. The pitch. Swing, foul tip. But held on for a strike. 0-2's your count. We're in the bottom of 6. And this one's got away from the Lampkins today. Throws over to first base. He's back well in time. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Good block by the catcher out back there. That was a tough play. He made a nice one. He kept a runner from going to second base. Kel Tyner's back there. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hit to right field. Right fielder's coming in. He dives. Gets away from him. It's going to be a single. Campion had to stay at first base to make sure he didn't catch it. He'll move up to second base, but Lampkins, Stanovich has another hit. And runners on first and second. Just one down for Caden Souders, left fielder. 0 for 2 so far today. He's due. The pitch. Inside, ball 1. See if the Lampkins can get a couple runs across here. Reese is out there. He's set. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be right down the middle for strike 1. 1-1's your count. 1 down, bottom of 6. Lampkins down by 9. Looking to rally. The 1-1. Curveball. It's going to be outside. A little bit low. Ball 2. 2-1's your count. Good eye by Souders. Pitcher set. And the pitch. Inside. Called a strike. 2-2's your count. And here comes your 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3, full count. He's been calling that a strike, so I'm glad he did it that time. Souders digs in with full count. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Curveball for ball 4. Wow. Okay, we'll take that. He's been calling that a strike
Now
too,
batting
but
number 12, Dylan
didn't want to
Rubenstein.
ring him up. And Souders is going to get a walk. And that will fill up the bases for shortstop Dylan Rubenstein. Rubenstein is going to be officially 0 for 2 with a walk. But he's got the bases loaded here. And here comes a pitch. Outside, ball 1. Rubenstein and Stanovich have both played varsity for 3 years, as has Hopper, I believe. And the pitch. Swung on and a miss. Strike 1. Good chance for Lampkins to tighten this up a little bit. We got one down. We're at the bottom of 6, but the bases are loaded. Here comes a 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. Catcher's getting his workout back there. They're trying to pound that outside because they've been getting the calls, but a lot of times lead the balls in the dirt. The 2-1. Stung up the middle. It's going to be through. 1 run will score. Here comes the second run out round. They're going to throw over to third base. Everybody's going to be safe. And Lampkins get 2 on the board. Dylan Rubenstein comes through. There we go. Lampkins 2 more runs.
Now batting number 19, Ben Hopper.
That'll bring up the big bat of Ben Hopper. Runners on second and third. 1 down. And Hopper comes up to plate. He's 1 for 3 today with a double. And the pitch. Outside for ball 1.
Go, Hop.
14-7 is your score. And the pitch. Outside for ball 2. And he's not calling that outside pitch as much, so that's good. The 2-0 pitch. Outside for ball 3. He's likely taking this pitch. Unless he grooves him one.
Go, Hop.
3-0's the count. Delivers. Inside ball 4. Loads up the bases. I'd be surprised if they don't have the coach come out. They're going.
Now batting number 11, Coy Prevey.
The infielders are going to come together. No visit by a coach. It's just going to be the infielders talking. And that'll bring up the third baseman, number 11, Coy Prevey, who is 0 for 3 at this juncture. Looking to rally. So the bases are loaded with just 1 down. And Prevey's going to take his chances here. Reese comes set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Nice looking swing. Reese comes set and the pitch. High and away. It's going to be ball 1. 1-1's your count. Or high, a little bit tight, I guess. One and one, bases loaded. And the pitch. Outside. He's not going to get that call this time, and it's going to be 2-1. Reese comes set, the 2-1. Swung on, off the hands, and it's going to be fouled off to the right-hand side, leaving up the count at 2. That'll sting a little bit. Right on the handle. And he's set. And here comes a 2-2 pitch. Swung on and foul tip right off the catcher's helmet. And he remains alive. Count remains at 2. I'll ring his bell a little bit. The 2-2 pitch. Called outside and low for ball 3. Full count. 1 down, bases loaded. Corey Preby up the bat. Looking to continue to rally. Here comes the full count pitch. Swung on. It's going to be hit to the right side. It's going to drift, and it's going to be out of play. Foul ball. Count remains full. Do you have to play? So it's getting kind of dark here. I don't know if we're going to make it through the next inning. We'll see what goes on here. But inside hits him, and it's going to bring in a run. Preby's going to wear that one. He'll get an RBI out of it, though. And that'll bring up Caden Beatty. Beatty's 0 for 3. Starting to get dark. Not sure if we're going to make it through another inning, but I'm sure we'll start it maybe. But okay, so if they call it for darkness, I have to pick it up where they called it. Whenever, I don't know if they would play the next time they play each other. If they play each other again, I'm not sure how that works. Or they'd have to make it up at some point. But either way, we're not going to worry about that yet. But it is on the horizon, so something to keep an eye on. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on. Tapped away. Strike 2. One and one. Is it 1-1, Eric? Okay. The pitch swung on off his hands. And the count is 1-2. The pitch outside. Evens it up at 2. Here comes a 2-2 pitch to Beatty. Fouled straight back, and he stays alive. Good battle here between Beatty and Reese. And here comes a pitch. Stays alive. Wastes that outside pitch. Nice job. Count remains at 2. There's 1 down. We're in the bottom of 6. Lampkins have a couple runs across. Or 1 run. Pitch swung on, and it's going to be fouled off again. Battling tooth and nail here. Count remains 2-2. And the pitch. Outside, he rings him on that one. It was a foot outside. Not a good call, but he rings him up anyway.
Now batting number 0, Nico Aragon.
Wow. Okay, he was calling it. Then he stopped calling it. Now he decides to call it again on a 2-2 pitch. A foot outside. He couldn't have got it even if he swung at it. That'll bring up Nico Aragon. First pitch to him is outside for ball 1. Aragon is 1 for 2, I believe, or 1 for 3. Either way, here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be goes foul. It went down the line, took a left turn by third base, and went foul. Aragon, the sophomore, playing first base, doing a nice job over there. Has a shot with the bases loaded and 2 out. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing, fouled to the left-hand side. Strike 2. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Inside. They're walking away like they thought that was going to be a strike. Take it easy. That was a ball by a mile. Sheesh. Uppity fans over here. Pitcher's walking off the mound. Catcher's walking off. 2-2's the count. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 3. Full count. And here comes the full count pitch. Calls it for a strike on the inside half of the plate. That ends the inning. Tough call again. So at the end of 6, Lampkins get 3 across. At the end of 6, it's going to be Chapparal 14, Fort Collins 8. And this might be it. We'll keep an eye on this because it's fairly dark out there. And let's see what Coach Lane and the Chapparal coach decide to do. The umpires are going to talk it over. Chapparal thinks it's over. Lampkins are out there just in case. But I don't think they can continue. We have no lights here at Fort Collins because the neighbors here don't like the lights, so we have to. I think that's going to be it. So there we go. That's the end of the game. So they may make this up. I mean, there's still 1 inning to play. They're going to suspend this game due to darkness. So we'll find out if they're going to suspend this or if this is over. Okay, we're not sure. We're just going to go with the suspended game. So your game tonight is going to be suspended due to darkness. And they'll have to make up an inning at some other time later in the season. So we'll suspend this game. The score right now is going to be Chapparal 14, Fort Collins 8 with an inning to go. And we'll see when they decide to make this up. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Lampkin Sports Network. Appreciate you tuning in. We're happy to bring Lampkin baseball again. And we'll be out here next week. I believe it's going to be next Thursday is going to be the next time we'll be live. So until then, we'll see you next time. From all of us at the Lampkin Sports Network, thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a great night, and we'll see you next time. Over and out.